Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. So I've been running around off camera a little bit, just getting some stuff done, working some things out. I need to bring up my wiring list, all the stuff that needs to be sorted. So, you'll see that I've placed out this big pile of foundation, got the smelters that we need, there's 9 here, 2 foundries. That'll get us the base resources that we need to do this entire automated wiring setup. We need 270 copper ore coming into the smelters, and we need 90 coal and 90 iron ore. We've got a node right here for iron ore. We've actually got 2, so we can pick either of these. They're both normal, and what I might do is just slap a standard Mark 1 miner onto one of these and overclock it to 150%. That'll get us the 50 or the 90 that we need. With the coal, I'm thinking of upping the production over there and splitting some of it off to bring down this way. And then for copper, we have a pure node over that way, a normal node there, and then there's a impure one over here. So my thoughts are to slap a Mark 1 on the pure node, a Mark 2 on the normal, and then a Mark 1 on the impure, and we can just, that will get us 270, and we can just funnel it all in on a single Mark 3 belt. I did a little bit of work making some encased industrial beams by hand. We've got 200 to play with, so hopefully we won't waste them. I'm not too concerned about getting everything powered and up and running immediately, because the power still needs to be expanded, and you know, with what we're currently producing, I don't think we'd be able to support all of this. So I'm mostly just focused on getting, you know, the logistics and the framework for everything all set up, so that once we've got it all sorted, with you know, I can work out the rest of the power requirements for all of the miners, and then we can boost the power accordingly, plug it all in, and then just get it going, send everything off to the space elevator, and then we can start looking at the next milestones from there. So I think first off we should get the inputs sorted for all of this, and because we've got all of the smelters in like essentially batches of 3, what I'm thinking we could do would be, nope, you're a lift, I need a splitter. If I put splitters in here, here, and then here, we'd be able to evenly distribute all of this stuff. So plug you in like that, plug you in over this way, and get the belts nice and organised. Thank you very much. I may also move the foundries over a space, just so I've got a little bit more room to work with for getting all the belts in around the back. It's pretty much just because the way that I'm doing this now is going to be requiring a little bit more space. Not much, just a bit. That's a merger. Don't need one of those. I also don't need that. I need that. So plug you in there. Bring this one down this way. These belts aren't going to be quick enough. I'm just trying to get the basics in for now. And we can bring this all the way out here. So, yeah, I think this should work fine. The iron ore, we're just going to split straight between 2 machines, so that's going to be nice and easy to figure out. Alright, there we go. Basic inputs on all of this stuff done. Nice and easy, really. Now, how high did I have to make all of this to get over the smelters? The foundries. I think it was 12 meters. Oh, for fuck's sake. Get rid of that. Kind of annoying that you can like build different sized foundations inside each other. Yeah, it is 12 high in total, but it's like a 10-meter gap between. Okay. Just want to make sure I get these numbers right. And get these floors correct. So we want it like that. And then that'll be the height of the next platform. I'll quickly go and grab some more concrete, and then what we'll start doing, we're going to have to figure out how to split all of the... Well, the first thing I think we need to worry about is going to be the wire, because that's going to be the biggest kind of hurdle that we need to get across. Because we're going to be needing 17 constructors. A fucking lot of constructors just for making wire. Ooh, fuck! Oh, damn it. Fell off my fucking tower. My health is bad enough as it is, because I had to go off on a bit of a slug hunt. And I got myself injured. Which ain't great. I'll tell you that much. So I'm gonna hope to fuck that I don't fall off this. I mean, if I do, it won't be the end of the world, because I can get all my stuff back, but at the same time, it's just mildly embarrassing. I think I embarrass myself enough with the shit that I do here. I don't need more on the list. Right, let's start by just sticking a constructor down, and we can have a look at the inputs and outputs for everything. So, wire. We're going to be needing... Well, we're going to be producing 270 copper ore. So that can just run in on a Mark III belt, that's no problem. The outputs, though, are going to be quite a bit more, really. I mean, it's going to be double. So that's going to be, what, 520? 510. Is that right? 30 times 15. Oh, fucking hell, I'm getting this all wrong. 17 times 15, 255. So that's what we need. Oh yeah, because we're overproducing on the copper ingots, so it's not quite... You know, if it were using 270 going in, then it would be... and if it was the, you know, double that coming out, then yeah, it would be 540. So how would we work this? Because we only need 80 going off to stator production. So that's going to be 3 of these. So if we say this would be production for the stators... So that's 3 out of the 17. That means we need another 14 producing the rest. And 14 times 30 is 420, which is exactly what we need to make the cables. So that actually works out alright. Cables... Yeah, they're requiring... Each one of these machines is going to need a full belt, so divide that by 60... which means 7 full belts, or 3.5 Mark IIs. Okay, what I'm thinking of doing with these then, I might arrange these in a different manner. Because we don't need the wire from this to be, like, in massive amounts. We don't need huge belts going everywhere. So what we could do would be... how do I want to try and set this? This might take up a bit more space than... Right, let me... I need some elevation. I need to be able to visualize things from a higher level. As long as I can get belts into this, which I can. Okay. It's not the most compact of setups, but I kind of like it. Because the copper ore would go direct into these, and then they just feed directly into a cable constructor. And then we can just feed those all onto one belt, which we can run at Mark 3. That will get us all that we need for the assemblers that will be producing the wiring. I just need to set up 7 of these, pretty much. God, that's going to take up a fair bit of space. Alright. Now it's a case of just laying it all out and figuring out where it's all going to go. I might have to reorient it and just send it off this way, because we've got more space over there that's not going to be hampered by the scenery. So we'll just tear these bits up and we'll redo this. Okay, so this is an interesting layout. I kind of like it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 constructors making cable. So that's all we need there. Then there's going to be 2 constructors making steel pipes. And then, you know, I may relocate these, but I could also just put 2 constructors over here. Get in the right spot, you little fucker. 1 there, 1 there. They could be for steel pipes. Then that gets the construction floor, or constructor floor, done. Yeah, I think this is a good layout. I quite like it. So now we need to build another floor up. I think I'm out of concrete again. Yeah, I am. Always out of concrete, I am. Let's go and grab some more. Then we can push up to an assembly level. In fact, I'm going to go and clear out some of the stuff that I've got on me, because I've got things like coal and wood that I don't need to be carrying. I may also pop this coupon into the storage bin in the hub, because I don't need that either. Oh, and I also did a little bit of research in the MAM, because my health was getting really low and I'm out of food stuff. I did the research for, I think it's the medicinal inhalers via alien organs. So that should have been done fucking ages ago, because that took like 5 minutes, and I'm pretty sure I set that going well over an hour ago. So I think it should be done. Coal can stay in here for now, because I could just craft that with some sulfur into some black powder. Could get a little bit more research done in here as well, so I may do that. Medicinal inhaler is now completed.
New equipment unlocked.
Excellent. So alien organs now 64% researched. We've got the rebar gun and spiked rebars to do, along with the object scanner improvements. What do I need for the medicinal inhalers? That's alien organs and mycelia. Yeah, mycelia is something that I don't really have much access to at the moment. So that may have to just wait for the time being. But we've got some more space to work with, so I'll go and grab more concrete. I think the versatile frameworks must have finished producing as well, because this steel beam belt is not moved. So that's good. We get this automated wiring thing done, and we can really push on with more stuff. I'm also slowly getting the resources together for doing the hypertubes milestone. Just need another 100 steel pipes at the moment. And here will be our new floor for assemblers. And we don't need much up here. We need 6. I quite like the fact that the lookout tower can just nestle quite nicely in this. I might have to start doing this a little bit more often. Okay, assemblers. Let's see what we need to do. So, for now, I'm just going to slap them down and figure out roughly where I want to put things. So we need 2 making stators. They can sit over this side for the wire and steel pipe that's being built on this side of the platform. And then we need to bring more foundation over this way. And I think that will do quite nicely for the automated wiring. So 4 of these will get us 10 per minute, matching the outputs on the smart plating and versatile frameworks. And that will do it. That's pretty much everything we need. That's just a matter of figuring out the logistics for belts and bringing power in for everything. So what I think we'll do first, we'll go and build the miners that we need. We'll just get things set and ready to go. I mean, what would be a better way of doing this? Because if I were to use a Mark II miner on a pure node, that would get me 240. So I'd only need an extra 30. And it might be cheaper to do it that way than have Mark I miners and overclock them. How much are these miners over here requiring? So I need to think about overclocking these further anyway so that I can get coal for this setup. Right, one of these at 150% is producing, or is using 9.6 megawatts. That's a fair jump in the power, to be honest. Like, it's only an extra 50% production, but it's using nearly twice as much power. That's like 96% power, extra power consumption. I may need to switch some of these over to Mark IIs then. What the fuck are you doing up there? Cheeky boy. Right, yeah, I think we'll put a Mark II on this pure node. I think as far as my power consumption costs go, that might be the better option. So, you're pure. Take you. And a Mark II miner, please go on there. So we could just use that and the impure node. That would get us the 270 we need. Then we need to get an extra 90 out of this system. So what I think we'll do, I'm going to need an equipment workshop because I need more miners, more portable miners. I think I'll overclock. Well, I'll get one of these switched over to a Mark II. For example, you. Let me just switch you on to standby so you can empty out your supply. I'll take that back. Now, if I switch it over to a Mark II, its base output would become 120. If I overclock that by 150%, it will go up to 180. I can split that 50-50, chuck 90 of it back into that merger, and then 90 of it can go off to the new production site. So that gets the coal sorted, no problem. And then for the iron ore, I just need a Mark I miner overclocked to 150%. Boom, done, got all the resources we need. Sweet. I feel like I'm getting good at this. Ugh. Right, miner Mark II down. We'll get splitter. Just kind of there. Then we need Mark II belt going off this way into that. We need you to be overclocked 150%. Double check that that's going to be producing 180. It certainly is. You can have that back as well. So we need a Mark III belt coming out. Here we go. Nice. And then we can split the rest off. Bring it down this way. So that gets coal and copper somewhat organised. In fact, let's just bring the coal down this way and get it plugged into this foundries, and then we don't have to worry about it. But of course, I've run out of materials again. Who could have foreseen that happening? Okay, let me pick this up. Stick down a Mark 1 miner, because we'll need that for the steel production. You're going to get a power shard. Overclock to 150. That gets us 90 parts a minute. Another Mark 1 miner on here. You don't need to be overclocked or anything. You just need to be producing that 30 a minute for me. We'll merge that with the belt bringing in the rest of the copper, and that will get us 270. Okay, we got the coal plugged in. That's on its way over to the foundries now. We've got iron ore over here, so we need that coming in on a Mark II belt. Right, iron's plugged in. Sweet. Now we just need to sort out the belt for the copper. So that's going to be 270 going into here. And then the belts need to go up, down to a Mark II. Because they're transporting 90 each. And then it splits down to Mark 1s. Cool. We're also going to get a merger. We'll stick that, I'd say, there. Works for me. We only need a Mark 1 coming out this way. And we're out of concrete, so we can't make any more bloody conveyor poles. Okay, well, I can finish up the belt stuff off camera, and then I'll try and work between episodes on I'll finish working out the numbers on power requirements. If we need to boost the coal generators even further, then we can do that. Now that we've got Mark II miners, we can just double it up, essentially. That shouldn't be too big of a problem. You know, it's just going to be having the materials to build everything, but most productions have shut down now, so we've got a backlog of pretty much everything. So I think doubling this lot up, not a huge issue. Then when we come back on the next episode, we can finish rigging everything up, we can get it all powered, and we can just get the automated wiring and everything else plugged into the space elevator, send it all up to Victor. But I think we should end the episode on a high note. I'm going to send off the last milestone that we can currently do. Let's get access to hypertubes.
Milestone reached. Fixit Incorporated has processed and incorporated frequent Pioneer requests for pipe-based personal transport. Introducing Hypertubes. Safe, aesthetic, adaptable, fun. Enjoy a view of your hard work as you soar through incredibly tight turns. Build them today. Note: Fixit Incorporated is not responsible for any harm caused by irresponsible use of this product.
Duly noted. Thanks. So, yeah, that's all the milestones that we can do now. We need to complete Space Elevator Phase 2 to get access to 5 and 6. Then we've got Tier 7. And I don't know if Tier 8 is still completely locked. I have a feeling it's currently unavailable. What's that going to fall under for hypertubes? I think probably organisation? No. Transportation. There we go. Right. So, hypertube entrance, we need encased industrial beams, rotors and steel pipes. Supports need concrete and iron plate. Stackable supports, blah blah blah. Yeah, we've got all these bits as well, which we're not really going to be looking at. But hypertubes, oh boy, I'm looking forward to having some fun with these. It's just going to be such a great way to travel. And I'm looking forward to figuring out how I'm going to lay all that sort of shit out. But for now, we might have to just leave things off for the time being. Yeah, we're going to be having some fun with setting up things as we go into the future, especially once we start like consolidating everything and making real improvements to everything. Again, we're still just in the kind of base game sort of state. Real optimizations will be coming in the future, but for now, I'm just going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays and metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I'll catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. It just ain't a thing right now. Oh, somebody died. Was that her? Did she just die out of spite?